Namaskar. Welcome to the State Council of Educational Research and Training. Students, we have done most of the poems which I know that you have enjoyed, and today we will go to the next poem, that is the Grandmother's House, taken from Rainbow Part 2 of your English book, and the lesson is lesson number 10. So, you can open your books to the Grandmother's House, that is perhaps page number 174. So, as usual, before starting the poem, we will know something about Kamala Das, the poetess of this poem. So, let us see the introduction part, which is given in your book. Kamala Das was born on 31st March 1934, and in the book her date of death is not given, because when this book might have been published, she was there with us, but I would like to mention that she died on 31st May 2009. Kamala Das was a poet and a short story writer, has earned a respectable place both in English and Malayalam literature. Her autobiography, published in 1976, created quite a stir. In 1984, she was shortlisted for the Nobel Prize for Literature. So, very simple lines are there. You can, as you can see and understand, that Kamala Das was a very famous poetess, and also she wrote short stories in both English and Malayalam literature. Malayalam or English साहित्य में she wrote so many poems and short stories. और her autobiography means, autobiography क्या होता है? आत्मकथा होता है, अपने बारे में लिखा हुआ जो होता है. तो शी wrote her autobiography and which was published in 1976 और which made quite a stir, यानी वो पूरे समाज में एक तरह से बहुत चर्चा होने लगी, बहुत ज़्यादा उनके काम को लेके, उनके ऑटोबायोग्राफी को लेके. और इन 1984 शी वॉज शॉर्ट लिस्टेड फॉर द नोबेल प्राइज़ फॉर लिटरेचर. सबसे बड़ा प्राइज़ जो होता है साहित्य में, नोबेल प्राइज़, उसके लिए उनका नाम शॉर्ट लिस्ट किया गया था. Her important volumes of verse in English include Summer in Kolkata 1963, Sirens 1964, The Descendants 1967. These are her works, उनके काम हैं. The Old Playhouse and Other Poems 1973, Anamatal Poems 1985, Only Saint Knows How to Sing 1996, and Yes Allah in 2001. Kamala Das's poetry is primarily autobiographical, and her theme is love of a lonely heart, love with never ending passion, lust, greed and hunger that never satiates. मतलब कि उनके poems, you can see her works given in, so there is a list of her works which are very famous works of hers, her poems, as I read these. Or her poetry is primarily autobiographical. Whatever poems she writes, there is a touch of autobiography, means she mentions herself in her poems. अपने आत्म कथा के बारे में, अपने जीवन के बारे में वो ज़्यादा उनके poems में हमें झलक मिलती है. And her theme is love of a lonely heart. And she, in her poems, after reading her poems, you can feel that she is lonely. She has a feeling of loneliness in her life. She feels lonely, and love with never ending passion, lust, greed and hunger that never satiates. और उनका जो poems है उसमें we can see एक touch हमें दिखता है passion का, जुनून दिखता है, लस्ट, वासना दिखता है, ग्रीड है, हंगर है, भूख है, लालच है, जो कि कभी कभी नहीं, दैट नेवर सैटिएट्स, कभी वो पूरा नहीं होता है, वो अधूरा ही है. ये सब उनका जो चाह है जीवन में. शी इज़ वेरी लोनली एंड शी क्रेव्स फॉर द लव ऑफ हर डियर वंस. अपनों का प्यार उन्हें वो ढूंढते रहती हैं अपने पोएम्स में. शी इज़ नोन फॉर sexual adventures in her writings, for her love hardly ever goes beyond sex and lust, which even reaches the point of nausea and is reborn again and again with new vigor. Kamala Das reveals a commendable mastery of phrase and control over rhythm. The words are often painted and the rhythm is marvelously, almost feverishly alive. उनके राइटिंग्स में हमें या फिर आपको, आप जब पढ़ेंगे तो दिखेगा थोड़ा सा एडवेंचरस होता है उनका, सेक्सुअल एडवेंचर होता है उसमें, और थोड़ा सा उनको जैसे स्नेह का, उनके अपनों का स्नेह उन्हें चाहिए, इस बात की हमें झलक मिलती है। एंड इज़ रीबॉर्न अगेन एंड अगेन, और लगता है कि हर बार जब भी वो लिखती हैं, वेन एवर शी राइट्स देयर इज़ अ न्यू विगर, एक नया विगर होता है, जोश होता है उनके राइटिंग्स में। और वेन एवर शी राइट्स, हर राइटिंग्स, हर फ्रेजेज आर वेरी प्रेजेबल, कमेंडेबल होते हैं। उनका जो कंट्रोल ऑफ रिदम है, दैट इज़ ऑल्सो वेरी प्रेज वर्दी। The words are often painted and the rhythm is marvelously, almost fabulously alive. Or whenever you read her poems, you can see that it is as if it is painted. You can see the paintings in your mind. If you read it and imagine, you can see everything as if it is alive. एकदम बिल्कुल alive है वो, feverishly alive, बहुत ज़्यादा, माने बिल्कुल तेज़ी से एकदम alive आपको दिखेगा उनका, जब हम उनके जब poems को पढ़ेंगे हम तब। तो चलिए हम देखते हैं poem को। उसके पहले कुछ छोटा क्वेश्चंस है आपके बॉक्स में यहाँ पे, उसको हम लोग थोड़ा सा डिस्कस करते हैं कि डू यू एन्जॉय द कंपनी ऑफ योर ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स, व्हाट डू दे डू फॉर यू, विच एक्ट ऑफ देयर्स डू यू लाइक मोस्ट। क्या आपको अपने दादा दादी का साथ पसंद है? बिल्कुल पसंद है। दादा दादी तो मम्मी पापा से ज़्यादा प्यार करते हैं, क्योंकि उनके पास समय होता है हमारा ज़्यादा ख्याल रखने के लिए। व्हाट डू दे डू फॉर यू, आपके लिए क्या करते हैं? आपका केयर करते हैं। आप अगर स्कूल जा रहे हैं तो वो वेट करते रहते हैं कि कब स्कूल से आएंगे, लेट होता है तो स्कूल लेने भी पहुंच जाते हैं आपको। आपको उनका सबसे अच्छा क्या लगता है? मुझे पता है क्या अच्छा लगता है। जब मम्मी पापा, जब आपके पेरेंट्स आपको स्कोल्ड करते हैं, वेन एवर दे स्कोल्ड यू, दे डिफेंड यू, बचाते हैं ना ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स। आई ऑल्सो लाइक इट व्हेन आई वॉज अ चाइल्ड। लेट्स सी द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। Don't you think that old people should be respected? Yes, of course they should be respected, because they are our parents. So they should get double respect, much more respect in the house. They are the eldest person. वो घर के सबसे बुजुर्ग हैं, उनको तो सबसे ज़्यादा respect मिलना चाहिए। Next question है, big cities lack human warmth and love. Do you agree? आप लोगों में से बहुत लोग जो होंगे, उनके कोई ना कोई तो ज़रूर बड़े शहरों में रहते होंगे। जितना प्यार आपको अपने दादा दादी के प्रति है और उनको आपके प्रति है, क्या आप कभी जब गए हैं अपने मामा के यहाँ, अपने चाचा अंकल जो भी रहते हैं बड़े बड़े शहरों में, क्या आपको वही प्यार, वही वार्मथ, घर में वही अपनापन दिखा है? इस बात पे आप सोचिएगा। सो नाउ लेट्स स्टार्ट द पोएम। हियर गोज द पोएम, My grandmother's house. The name of the poem is so simple, grandmother's house, दादी माँ का घर. Let's see it. There is a house now far away where once I received love. That woman died. The house withdrew into silence. Snakes moved among books. I was then too young. The poetess or the Kamala Das is saying, as I told you, there's a touch of autobiography in all her poems, almost all her poems. The poet is saying, she is saying that there is a house now far away, very far. The house is very far because she is a grown up now and she has come away from, you can see this house, this is very far from where she is now living. And that is the house of her grandmother. And now, as in the lines, you can see that now she is dead, she is not alive, and the poetess misses her. There is a house now far away where once I received love, and there in that house the poetess received affection, warmth of her loved ones, of her grandmother. That woman died. That woman means her grandmother here. That woman, now she is dead, her grandmother is dead. The house withdrew into silence, and the house there is a silence in the house. Now as nobody is living there, there is silence in the house, and because of which बिल्कुल सन्नाटा छा गया है वहाँ घर में, और because of which snakes have moved in. और जब भी बंद होता है घर, अगर बहुत दिनों से बंद है या फिर कोई रह ही नहीं रहा है, तो वहाँ सांप बिच्छू कीड़े मकोड़े का ज़्यादा घर बन जाता है, वो जाना आना ज़्यादा करने लगते हैं। तो द हाउस विड्रू इनटू साइलेंस, हाउस में बिल्कुल साइलेंस हो गया है। एंड द स्नेक्स हैव मूव्ड, स्नेक्स हैव कम इन दैट एंड दे आर क्रीपिंग, दे आर crawling everywhere among the books. Then I was too young, और ये उस समय की बात है जब मैं बहुत छोटी थी, I was too young. और she now as when she has grown old and she is remembering her grandmother, so she is saying that the snakes moved in that house, and in the books also they crept over the books, they crept over everywhere in the house. So you can see there were few difficult words which I have given in the bottom. Withdrew yani to remove something or take something away. So what has withdrawn in the house? Silence has withdrawn. Silence is a period when nobody speaks or no noise is there, as you can understand. So when the poetess imagines about her grandmother's house now, that she sees that there is silence and snakes are moving all around among the books, and I was too young to read, and my blood turned cold like the moon. And when all this happened, when the snakes crawled, or when she lived with her grandmother, there were so many books, but she couldn't read it because she was very young, she was too young to read. When you are very small, when you are not going to school or not have even started, or if you have started to go to school, you cannot read all the books when you are just in play or in KG or in standard 1. So the poetess was also very young to read, and my blood turned cold like the moon. How often I think of going there to peer through the blind eyes of the windows, or just to listen to the frozen air, or in wild despair pick an armful of darkness to bring it here to life. In this stanza, the poetess is saying, she is saying that when she saw the grandmother's house and when she was there in the grandmother's house, she couldn't read the books because she was so young, because she was so she was so little, she could not even read. So the book was of no use to her that time. And when her grandmother died, when her grandmother died, at the news, her blood turned cold like the moon. मून चंद्रमा जो शीतलता का एक प्रतीक है, तो बिल्कुल ठंडा हो गया इनका भी, बिल्कुल ब्लड जैसे ग्रैंडमदर का डेथ सुन के, बिकॉज शी लव्ड हर ग्रैंडमदर, अपनी ग्रैंडमदर से बहुत प्यार करती थी. व्हेन शी हर्ड हर अबाउट हर डेथ, शी ऑल्सो एज इफ शी फेल्ट नम्ब, हर ब्लड, she thought, she felt that her blood turned cold after the news of her grandmother's death. How often I think of going there to peer through the blind eyes of the window. And now when she is grown old, she wants to go there. She wants to go to her grandmother's house. She often thinks of that, and to peer through the blind eyes of the windows. She wants to peer, मतलब she wants to peer मतलब झांकना, उस खिड़की से, उस खिड़की के जो विंडो पेन्स हैं उससे वो झांकना चाहती है. She wants to go peer in through the windows. Blind eyes, why blind eyes? Because the house has been abandoned, वो बिल्कुल बंद पड़ा हुआ है. और blind eyes यानी जो धूल से पूरा भर गया है वो खिड़की जो है, और बिल्कुल ब्लाइंड यानी आर पार अब नहीं दिख रहा है उससे, उन खिड़कियों से. तो just to peer through the blind eyes of windows, or just to listen to the frozen air. And since nobody is there, so it seems that everything has frozen, everything is still. If you live at any place, whenever you are time and again frequenting to that place doesn't seem abandoned. वो छोड़ा हुआ परित्यक्त नहीं लगता है. लोग आते जाते रहते हैं तो कैसा भी रहे वो, उसमें लगता है कि वहाँ जीवन है. मगर आफ्टर द डेथ ऑफ कमला दास's ग्रैंडमदर, वो हाउस उनका बंद पड़ा था, तो वहाँ का जो खिड़की था वो भी बिल्कुल ही एकदम आर पार कुछ नहीं दिख रहा था. एंड उनका वहाँ का जो हवा था बिल्कुल वो भी लग रहा था कि इट हैज़ फ्रोजन, बिल्कुल जम गया है, कोई हलचल नहीं, कोई मोशन नहीं था, कोई मतलब बिल्कुल एवरीथिंग वाज सो मच स्टिल, बिल्कुल स्थिर हो गया था. तो दिस इज़ a comparison like the air also has been frozen. जस्ट लिसन टू द फ्रोजन एयर, कोई हलचल नहीं है, बट शी वॉन्ट्स टू लिसन टू दैट एयर ऑल्सो। सी इतना नोस्टैल्जिया है इसमें, इतना यहाँ पे पुरानी यादों से बेचैन दिख रही हैं कमला दास। सी वो हवा को भी सुनना चाहती हैं जो कुछ वहाँ है ही नहीं। और इन वाइल्ड डिस्पेयर पिक एन आर्मफुल ऑफ डार्कनेस टू ब्रिंग इट टू हियर टू लाई। और बिल्कुल बिल्कुल निराशा में, बिल्कुल इन डिस्पेयर, बिल्कुल होपलेसनेस में, वहाँ कुछ नहीं है लाने के लिए मेरे लायक, तो आई विल टेक एन आर्मफुल ऑफ डार्कनेस। वहाँ अंधेरा ही अंधेरा है। इफ़ नोबडी इज़ लिविंग देयर, तो देयर इज़ डार्कनेस, देयर इज़ डस्ट, there is loneliness, there is so much everything. When people don't stay in any house or any place, the house looks scary. So the poetess is saying that there is nothing to bring, but there is darkness in the house, to lie behind my bedroom's door like a brooding dog. What does he want to bring? Let's read the poem lines first. You cannot believe, darling, can you, that I lived in such a house and was proud and loved, I who have lost my way and beg now at strangers' doors to receive love, at least in small change. She is so much nostalgic. The poetess is so much nostalgic. She craves for her childhood days. She loves to enjoy, or she loves to go there, back to the time again. She wants to go to her grandmother, but it is not possible. कभी भी कोई चीज़ अगर आप बचपन की याद कर रहे हैं, आप अभी क्लास 12 में हैं और अपने छोटे क्लास 1 का बात याद कर रहे हैं, तो इज़ दैट पॉसिबल कि वो आप फिर से वहाँ जाएं? नो, इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल. तो यू जस्ट हैव टू रिमेंबर अबाउट दोज डेज, द प्लेजेंट मेमोरीज आर देयर, इजंट इट? So what the poet wants to do? She wants to bring darkness. और how will she take the darkness? She will take the darkness, armful of darkness, अपने बाहों में भर के वो darkness को she will bring it back to her home. And where will she keep it? She says that she will keep that darkness in her bedroom behind her door. And if that darkness, whenever she sees that darkness, she will remember that this darkness has been taken from my grandmother's home. तो she will feel that something, कुछ ना कुछ तो अपने grandmother के घर से मैं ले ही आई हूँ, तो something I have brought, वो उनको feeling आएगा. और वो darkness वहाँ कैसे पड़ा रहेगा? Bedroom's door like a brooding dog. Brooding dog क्या? Brooding dog means, आपने देखा होगा sometimes when the dogs rest, they put their head in their between their legs and think, ऐसा दिखता है, it seems that they are thinking something. चिंता कर रहे हैं डॉग्स, माने सोच में पड़े हुए हैं. तो उस तरह से ब्रूडिंग डॉग है, बैठा है, मान लो वैसा हम फील करेंगे. आई विल फील दैट द डार्कनेस इज देयर विच हैज़ बिन टेकन फ्रॉम माई ग्रैंड मदर्स हाउस, और वो देयर इज अ टच ऑफ ग्रैंड मदर इन दैट डार्कनेस. यू कैनॉट बिलीव, डार्लिंग, can you, that I have lived in such a house and was proud and loved? And even if she satisfies herself by saying that she will bring the darkness along with her from her grandmother's house, still she says to her loved ones that you cannot believe, she wants to convince, or she wants to tell to that person that she lived in a house where she was very proudly loved. She had so much affection, इतना प्यार स्नेह उन्हें मिलता था वहाँ उस घर में, जिसका वो मतलब वो अब बहुत मिस करती हैं. She misses that. I who have lost my way and now beg now at strangers' doors to receive love, at least in small change. And now she craves for that love and affection. And in the lines, in the previous lines also, we have seen that there is a touch of loneliness in her lines. She is very lonely, she feels very lonely now at her young age, this age, and she craves for the love and affection of her grandmother and the time she spent in the house there. So she says that she had a very proud time there. She had a very affectionate time. Everybody loved her, and she has lost all that. She has now nothing is with her. She has even lost the way to her grandmother's house now. She has lost the way means even if she wishes to go there, she is not able to go because the time has passed. Time to बीत गया है. She cannot go to her grandmother's house. Grandmother is no more. She is dead. So she has lost her way to her grandmother's house, and now what she does, she begs at strangers doors means here that she feels that she expects that any stranger who passes by or anybody might give some love to her, कोई उन्हें प्यार और स्नेह दे दे जो उन्हें बचपन में मिला था, वैसा स्नेह, भले ही एक साथ नहीं, not in a single go, but in changes, small means suppose some affection she will get from here, some affection she will get from this person, so like this, in small changes she wants to receive that affection, and she wants to collect it and keep it as a memory which she had in her childhood from her grandmother. So she misses and she craves for this. Every time and again we see that we have a touch of loneliness in the lines of Kamala Das. She wants to have the same time, she wants to go back to the time which is not possible. She wants to receive that love and affection again, but she knows that it is not possible. So she feels, she expects that whoever knows her now, she should get that affection in small, in टुकड़ा, in changes, थोड़ा थोड़ा में मिले, और वो उसको ही संजो के रखेगी अपने ग्रैंडमदर के लव के जैसा. तो दिस वाज द पोएम. डिड यू लाइक द पोएम? अभी आपको इस पोएम के बारे में उतना नहीं फील होगा, ठीक है, लेकिन पढ़िएगा ज़रूर. लेकिन व्हेन यू ग्रो अप और इन फ्यू फर्दर रिसेंट ईयर्स, when you go out, जब आप काम के लिए बाहर जाएंगे, जॉब के लिए बाहर जाएंगे, you will also have this nostalgic feeling. You will also crave to go again and live with your grandparents, live with your parents, but you will not have time. So it is a situation in every person's life. We all crave for our childhood. हम अपने बचपन को जीना चाहते हैं. I always tell you that enjoy your school days, enjoy, be punctual, do your duties as a student and enjoy, because this time you will always long for. आपको हमेशा लगेगा कि वो बचपन मेरा फिर से लौट के आ जाए, वो cravings होता ही है सबके मन में. तो this was the poem. Now let's see the exercises. The hard word here was brooding, that is contemplative or threatening. लेकिन यहाँ poem में क्या था कि सोचनीय अवस्था में पड़ा हुआ डॉग जो है उसके तरह. आपके बुक में दिया हुआ है, there are some statements of true and false. If the statement is true, you will write T, and if it is false, you will write F against that statement. Do it with me. The woman of the house is alive. Whose house was that? It was the grandmother's house. So is she alive? No, she is not alive. So it is false. The next statement is, the speaker read the books with great interest. The speaker here is Kamala Das, because it is an autobiographical note is there in every poem, or in these lines especially. So did she read the books when she was at her grandmother's place? No, because she was very small to read. So she could not read at that time. And now when she wants to go there and read, she sees the snakes crawling among those books. So did she read the books with great interest? No, she did not read the books with great interest. This is also false. You write F against that. The next statement is, the snakes were seen in the house. Did she see the snakes crawling among the books and everywhere? Yes, she saw. So it is true. Next statement is, the speaker wished to peep through the window. Did she want to peep through the window? क्या वो खिड़की से झांकना चाहती थी? Yes, but the windows were blind because of dust. She could not. So, but she wished to peep through the window. So it is true. So this was the poem, My Grandmother's House. While teaching or whenever I read the poem, I also remember my grandmother's house, and I also want to go there and just relive my days of childhood. So this is a poem which is very nostalgic. There's a touch of nostalgia, there's a touch of craving वो बिल्कुल शी हैज़ अ लॉन्गिंग टू रिसीव लव एंड अफेक्शन। उन्हें कमला दास को वही प्यार वही अफेक्शन चाहिए अपने ग्रैंडमदर उनकी जैसे देती थी। शी प्राउडली लिव्ड देयर, वहाँ बहुत ही केयर के साथ, बहुत ही प्यार से, बहुत ही स्नेह से उन्हें रखा जाता था, बिल्कुल लाडली बच्चे की तरह। तो शी वांट्स कि वही चीज़ उन्हें फिर से मिले, जो अब संभव नहीं है, विच इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल। वाई? बिकॉज हर ग्रैंडमदर इज़ dead. So in every line we see that she longs for the days, she is pining for those beautiful, memorable and happy days. So hope you like the poem, और आप घर जाके फिर से इस पोएम को पढ़िएगा। और अब मुझे लगता है कि ज़रूर से ज़रूर आप अपने दादा दादी से और भी करीब हो जाएंगे, क्योंकि इसमें कोई एक मैसेज ज़रूर गया है कि आप अपने वी जनरली व्हेन वी ग्रो अप, व्हेन वी ग्रो ओल्ड, वी मिस आवर ग्रैंड parents more than we, because our parents are there, but our grandparents, because of their old age, they cannot live with us all the time, so we miss them. So your affection will grow much more stronger with them. So we'll meet in the next video. Till then, keep reading. Thank you.